The dojo was buzzing with energy that afternoon. Students lined up along the mats, their eyes full of excitement as they watched Jason, the proud black belt, warming up. Jason had a reputation for arrogance, often boasting that no one in the dojo could match his skills. That's when his gaze landed on Mr. Daniels, the quiet janitor sweeping in the corner. With a smirk, Jason called out, "Hey, old man, how about a little sparring match?" Just for fun. The students gasped, their whispers filling the room. Mr. Daniels looked up slowly, his eyes calm, his broom still in hand. After a pause, he set it aside and walked toward the mat. Jason strutted confidently, stretching his arms and cracking his knuckles for effect. "Don't worry," he said mockingly. "I'll go easy on you." The students laughed nervously, unsure if this was bravery or foolishness. Mr. Daniels simply bowed, his posture respectful and his expression unreadable. Without a word, he took his stance, simple, relaxed, but steady. Jason lunged forward with a sharp strike. But before anyone could blink, Mr. Daniels shifted slightly, and Jason's punch cut only through air. The crowd went silent. Jason's breathing grew louder, echoing in the silent dojo. He could feel every eye on him, waiting for the black belt to prove his worth. Pride boiled in his chest. He was supposed to be the best here. Yet this man, this janitor, was making him look like a beginner. Jason's fists tightened. His mind screamed, "I'll end this in one strike." He launched forward, his roundhouse kick cutting through the air like a blade. It was sharp, fast, and perfect, a move that had dropped countless opponents before. But to Mr. Daniels, it was nothing. With the faintest shift, almost like a whisper of wind, he stepped aside. Jason's foot cut through empty air, his balance faltering for a split second. The crowd gasped. That wasn't luck. It was precision. Jason's face flushed red. His ears burned as he heard the whispers behind him. He didn't even try to block. He just vanished. Fury clouded Jason's focus. He attacked again, punches flying like a storm, left, right, a flurry of strikes designed to overwhelm. His body moved faster than thought, every ounce of his black belt training unleashed. But Daniels glided between the blows, every dodge smooth, calculated, effortless. He didn't rush. He didn't stumble. His calm eyes followed Jason's every move, as though reading a book he had already memorized. Jason's arms began to ache, his breath ragged, sweat streamed down his forehead. His foot slipped slightly against the mat, betraying his exhaustion. And still, Daniels hadn't even raised his hands. The silence in the room thickened, broken only by the sound of Jason's labored breathing. Students exchanged glances, their faith in Jason cracking. For the first time, Jason felt it. Fear. Not of being hit, but of being outclassed. Jason's pride was hanging by threads. His black belt, the symbol of his strength, his years of training, now felt like a noose tightening around his waist. Each failed strike dragged him deeper into despair. He stomped his foot against the mat, roaring, "Fight me!" His voice cracked, desperate, a raw plea for validation. Mr. Daniels finally moved forward. The creak of the wooden floor beneath his steps was deafening in the silence. His presence grew larger with each pace, yet his movements were light, graceful, almost unreal. Jason's fists shook with rage. He lunged, throwing a punch that could have broken bones, but Daniels simply tilted his head. The fist cut through air. Jason stumbled past him, his balance failing, his confidence crumbling. The students gasped again. Jason spun back, wild-eyed, drenched in sweat. "Stand still," he yelled, sounding less like a fighter and more like a child throwing a tantrum. And then, for the first time, Daniels spoke. His voice was low, calm, yet sharp enough to slice through the chaos. "Why would I stand still? Just to let you destroy yourself?" The words hit Jason harder than any punch. His chest tightened, anger and humiliation boiling over. He screamed, charging with his final strongest punch, a desperate all-or-nothing strike fueled by pure rage. Time seemed to slow. Daniels's body moved like water. His wrist caught Jason's arm. His hip shifted. His balance redirected the force with flawless timing. And then, crash! Jason's body slammed against the mat. The sound echoed like thunder, vibrating through the floor, rattling the silence of the dojo. Every student froze, eyes wide, hearts pounding. They had never seen Jason fall like this. And the most terrifying part? Daniels had done it with a single, effortless movement. Jason lay sprawled, his pride shattered, staring at the ceiling as if it held the answers to his downfall. The silence in the dojo was heavy, suffocating. What they had witnessed was no longer just a revelation, sparring, delivered in silence and grace. Jason's chest rose and fell violently. His hands trembled as he tried to push himself up. His black belt felt heavy, meaningless, mocking him with every breath. For years he believed it was the ultimate proof of strength. But now? It was just cloth. Mr. Daniels walked slowly toward him, his face calm, neither proud nor mocking. He crouched down, eyes level with Jason's. Without a word, he extended his hand. Jason stared at it, torn. His pride screamed, "Don't take it." But his spirit, broken and humbled, whispered, "Learn from this." With hesitation, Jason grasped the janitor's hand. Daniels pulled him up effortlessly, his grip firm yet gentle. The dojo exhaled collectively, as though everyone had been holding their breath. Whispers spread quietly. He could have destroyed him, but he didn't. He taught him instead. Mr. Daniels's voice carried across the silent room, calm but commanding. Strength without discipline is chaos. Power without respect is weakness. Remember this, your belt does not make you strong. Your heart does. Jason's eyes filled with a mix of shame and respect. Slowly, he lowered himself into a bow. Not a shallow gesture, but a deep, sincere bow of humility. The room followed. One by one, every student bowed, not to Jason, not to the belt, but to the man who had shown them true mastery. Daniels gave a small nod, then turned away. His steps were light, unhurried, almost as if none of it had ever happened. He picked up his broom and began sweeping the corner, returning to his quiet duty. But the atmosphere had changed forever. The whispers of "just a janitor" were gone. In their place was silent respect and awe. Jason, humbled, knew this moment would live with him forever. The greatest lesson of his life had come not from a master in uniform, but from a man with calloused hands and a broom. From that day onward, one truth echoed in the dojo, a truth that no one dared question again. The strongest man in the room was the one who didn't need a belt.